In our previous recording, we shared and we discussed the story of a little girl whose name is Kezia, and she misunderstood the father's strictness, and for her, her father is a figure of fear, and she when she was talking with her, she starts stammering, and she was very happy when her father left home for her office and for any work. She was quite happy that day, and she considered him as giant. Otherwise, usually, actually, every child has the same feeling as the Kezia have, and in this story, the writer is trying to make make the children understand that the parents' strictness is for their benefit only. Once Kezia's mother called out to her and asked her to remove her father's boots in order to make her obey. She would say that if she was good girl, then surely she would obey her command. So again, we see Kezia's fear for her father. That is why she would come down the stairs quietly and unwillingly also, and she did not want to face her father because she feared him. And here the writer want to tell us that the Kezia never stammered, but while she spoke to other. But when she spoke to her father, she started stammering and she lacked confidence, and that is why she tried hard to speak properly, and then she stammered. The father was asking why he feels that something was wrong with her, and he asked her why she is so unhappy, and then he tells the mother that she should teach Kezia to behave in a better way, and she should not appear if she is so unhappy that she is about to end her life. Matlab he feels like this when the Kezia talked to her father. Every Sunday during the afternoon, Kezia's grandmother sent her downstairs on the drawing room in order to spend time with her parent. So Kezia was supposed to behave in a nice and a decent way in front of her parents, and they had a formal get together. One day the Kezia was not well. She had a cold, and so she was supposed to stay at home, and her grandmother suggested that as she was at home and her father's birthday was approaching, so she could make a birthday gift for him. She asked Kezia make a pin cushion for him, and she also gave her a yellow colored fabric of silk to make the cushion also. So Kezia put her all her effort to make the birthday gift, and she used the double cotton, and she stitched three sides of the cushion. Now it's a time to fill that cushion, and she did not know what to fill with cushion. So Kezia was confused, and what should she use to fill in the cushion? She, as a grandmother, was out in the garden, and she was just looking for something. She reached her father's bedroom, and she was looking for a bit of papers or the cloths to stuff into the cushion. Sorry. So Kezia, as she was a very small little girl, she did not know what to tear or not, and she found a heap of a sheet of paper, and she teared them in a pieces and stuffed in the cotton, and then pack this cushion properly. And she did not realize that she has torn something important paper. When the father came to realize, he was start shouting, and because it is the Kezia's father's speech, what he was prepared for the port authority, and he was unable to find now. उसने क्या किया था, उसने एक्चुअली अपने फादर की जो इम्पोर्टेंट स्पीच उन्होंने प्रिपेयर करी थी उसको फाड़ कर उस क्वेश्चन में फिल कर दिया था. शी डिड नॉट, केजिया की इंटेंशन गलत नहीं थी, बट उससे मिस्टेकनली उसने गलत कर दिया था. And now the Kezia's mother is also furious when she come to know that the Kezia has torn the speech that her father is looking for. And so she orders Kezia to come down into the dining room, and she should accept what she has done. Again, the Kezia was quite scared of her father. She wanted to justify her action, as she was innocent. She did not mean to harm her father. She was just preparing a surprise birthday gift for him. But वो अपने पापा के सामने डर की वजह से बोल ही नहीं पाई. Now here we come to know that Kezia's father was strict with her, and she punished also, because she wanted to Kezia know that this thing once for all, that she should not touch that things that the thing that does not belong to her. जो चीज़ उसकी नहीं है वो उसको टच नहीं करनी चाहिए. He punished her, and Kezia's father hit the palms of Kezia with a ruler. And Kezia was so afraid. She had got beaten also for her mistake. Now Kezia's grandmother was trying to pacify her. She gave a handkerchief and all. And Kezia would forget the beating, and Kezia tried to justify herself that she was just trying to make a surprise gift for her father. Now next is as the writer is trying to tell us about the Kezia's neighbors. Her neighbors were a family named the McDonalds. In all, the McDonalds had 5 children, and Kezia would peep at them through a hole in the fence. She would see that the family had a lot of fun. They played a game called tag. Tag is a kind of a game in which children play game of catching one another, like the play catch something like this. उस तरह का कोई game था. So सारे जो बच्चे थे, all the children along with the father would have a lot of fun. What she have noticed? She have noticed that her father, Mr. McDonald was playing with all his children, and they are having lots of fun. And Kezia also want to have such kind of the fun with the father, and she missed it also. One day she saw that the little sons of the Mr. McDonald opened the hose on him, and they opened the water pipe and tried to make him wet. But Mr. McDonald was not angry at all with them. So it was very strange for the Kezia, because her father was just the opposite of the Mr. McDonald. One day Kezia's mother fell ill, So she was taken to the hospital, and the grandmother also went along with her. Now Kezia was all alone at home with the cook, and Kezia was fine during the day, but night when the cook put Kezia to bed at all alone, the Kezia start feeling scared. उसको सपने आने लगे, उसको डर लगने लगा जब वो अकेली रात में बिस्तर पे सोई. उसको कुछ अजीब अजीब उल्टे सीधे सपने आने लगे, and she scared also. And the Kezia's father was sleeping in the next room, and she removed the Kezia's socks, the lady, the servant, and she warned her not to scream and wake her father. But the Kezia was helpless कि अगर आप चिल्लाओगी, कुछ होगा, डरोगी, तो आपके फादर उठ जाएंगे. So now this is the nightmare that the Kezia had often. She would see a butcher. So this butcher would hold a big knife. वो इस तरह का सपना देखने लगी. And finally she is scared and scream also. And her father was standing. When she was trembling and she saw that her father was standing next to her bed, she was holding the candle in his hand. So Kezia's father had heard the scream, and he had heard that the Kezia was calling for her grandmother, and he had come to help her. Then Kezia realized that Kezia's father lay her in his bed next to him and covered her with the top sheets. Now Kezia felt that the father's affection, and slowly Kezia had overcome her fear for her father.